Here, you know why I'm here. Why I'm here now. Let's just get. Great. It's kind of hard for you guys. Probably a little hard for you guys to see me. Don't go away. I'm just trying to make sure that there's just a little bit more. I want to see if there can get just a little bit more light in here. Light in here so you guys can see me better. Hopefully that helped just a little bit, but you guys know why I'm here. I said I was going to do this after I watched NXT No Mercy. I was going to do like a review of No Mercy, and this is it. So I guess I should just get right into it. For those of you, and if there are people out there who are coming into my live stream, if you want to click that like button, like I've said a million times when I go live, it's not a requirement. I don't require anybody to like my streams, but I do appreciate it. So, and I know it's probably weird seeing me go live on a Wednesday, even for wrestling, because most of you guys know I only go live on Saturdays for that stuff. But I wanted to do this, and I'm going to do this. So let's just really get into let's get into it. Apparently on like the pre-show, we got a pre-show match between Kaylani Jordan and Blair Davenport. Not much to say about that match because it was just a normal match. It was just a normal standard match. Kaylani Jordan, she's been pretty good, and she's been looking pretty good recently. But I don't think it's anything. And she's also in the women's breakout tournament, and she just won her first match of the tournament last night on NXT, which I can't watch. I don't have cable. Like I've said also before, when I go live for YouTube, when I go live on YouTube for wrestling stuff, I tell people this: I don't have cable. I don't have USA Network, so I can't watch Monday Night Raw. I can't watch NXT, and starting next year, I won't be able to watch Friday Night SmackDown either because it'll be moving over to USA Network, which stinks. But yeah, but what I actually do because obviously I'm subscribed to WWE's YouTube channel, so I go and I watch the videos that they upload, which I guess is like the highlights of their segments and matches from that night's show, and that's how I'm able to see what goes on. Also, I don't have YouTube. Sorry. Why did I say that? I do have YouTube. I don't have Twitter, so I can't. I've told people this before. I don't use Twitter. I don't use Twitter. I don't want to use it. I do use Instagram though. But I'm not on there like as much as I would like to be. But I'm still on Instagram. And I have my own Instagram account, and I'm also on Facebook too. So I use YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. Those are my 3 social medias that I use. The only 3. But yeah, the pre-show match, Kaylani Jordan, Blair Davenport won. It was for what it was. It was a good match for what it was, but it wasn't anything special. Then we get to the main event. Then we get to the main show. We get Braun. The first match is Braun Breaker versus Baron Corbin. I wasn't actually. I was actually a little shocked that they made this match the first match, but I was excited for this match because after watching what they had done on the previous weeks on that previous episode of on the Go Home show, on the Go Home NXT show, what I saw on the Go Home show for NXT for No Mercy, the majority of the show was just Braun and Corbin just beating the living shit out of each other in various places around the Performance Center, around the Capitol Wrestling Center, and at one point they bulldozed their way right into Triple H, into Shawn Michaels' office, which I thought was a cool moment. Which I thought was kind of a cool moment. Also, can you guys see me, or can you guys see me? Can you guys still see me, or is it too much for you guys? Okay, I don't think I need to do. I don't think I need to have some of those lights on anymore because sun just came back out. So I think that's better. I think that's a lot better. But yeah, it was a good match. I mean, some people may think that it wasn't really that much of a good match because it wasn't anything special, but for what it was very good. It was very good. It was very good. It was actually it was actually very good for what it was. It was just a standard match, but it was also basically just two men just wanting to beat the living shit out of each other. And I'm sorry to have to say that word, but I mean, I do hope YouTube doesn't copyright me for that word. But that's basically what it was. Two men just wanting to beat the living shit out of each other because, ugh, gosh, I got drainage. Because Baron Corbin obviously was, I guess, Baron Corbin respects Braun Breaker, but Braun Breaker said, "No, Baron, I don't need your respect. I don't want it." To be honest, I'm surprised. I'm surprised Braun Breaker doesn't want Baron Corbin's respect. I think he'd enjoy it. Ooh, nice. I don't know. Don't know if you guys can see me well right here, so I might have to change. I have to just sit here on the love seat to do this because. Okay, yeah. Now you guys should be able to see me a lot better. Now you guys should be able to see me a lot better. Yeah, but yeah. But yeah, that match was pretty darn good. That match was pretty darn good. I'm not gonna lie. It really was good. A good match. And I mean, what can I say? What can I say? At one point, Baron Corbin At one point, Baron Corbin slammed Braun Breaker through the announce table, and then almost immediately, Braun Breaker decides to do his best Undertaker impression, and does the Undertaker's sit up move, which when I finally got to see the pay per view, I was like, "Whoa, holy shit, that was interesting. That was interesting." He literally just did an Undertaker like move, which is the sit up. Undertaker did it all the time. Undertaker did it all the time. Like just when you thought the Undertaker was out, he would just immediately, like almost just on instant, he would just sit up. He would sit up, and you'd be like, "Holy crap, he's back up." And it was almost always after someone would perform a big move on him, and you were like, "Okay, how is he gonna get back up?" And then he gets right back up. Like, damn, that was cool. Then he decided, but Baron Corbin actually got the win. I'm actually kind of surprised at that. I mean, it's not like Braun Breaker. I think anything to be ashamed of. He did the best job that he could. Like for like at one point for like 2 minutes. At one point for like 2 minutes. I mean, at one point. I mean, at one point before the match even began, they were like brawling in the crowd for like at least a good solid like 3 minutes or so. It was that was just a it was just for me it was just one of those usual big man hoss fights that just like they go. And it was good. And it was good. And it was, I mean, it was good. So now, if I had to rate the match itself, I give it like a 3.5 out of 5. A 3.5 out of 5 because it was good. It was pretty good, but it wasn't like it was anything great. But that's okay. For the and then let's see. Okay, which match do we get next? I can't remember. Great, I can't even remember what we actually got next. I know we got an NXT Fatal 4-Way match for the NXT Women, the NXT Tag Team titles between the family, Stacks, Tony D'Angelo and Stacks versus Creed Brothers versus Los Lotharios and Angel Garza and Humberto Carrillo and OTM Out the Mud, which apparently has which has scripts in the faction, which I think is a lot better, which is way better positioned, I think, for him than his previous gimmicks of like being like Carmella's basically butler slash servant, or sommelier, to being this high flying 24/7 champion, which was actually pretty neat and pretty interesting because it was actually interesting to see him him do stuff that I don't think our truth could ever have done with the 24/7 title. But damn, I think Scripps is gonna do a lot better, and I think they need to get rid of the Scripps name and just give us just Reggie or Reginald, or if they want to, just give him somewhat of a gangster name or nickname because that's basically what this group is looking like. It's like it's like Crime Time, only they could be like a better version of Crime Time. But hey, I don't know. Okay. Is it? I know I don't really have anybody that's like that's currently watching, but can y'all, if there is one person here that is watching, can y'all type in the live chat? If not, then I don't know what to say because I know on Saturday, this past Saturday when I went live, there was a problem with the live chat at one point, and with the live chat at one point, and I was like, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say, guys, because I don't, I do not, I do not disable, I don't disable the live chat before I go live. So whenever the live chat gets disabled, so whenever I go live, I don't disable the live chat. It's not me that does it. If it does, then it's not me that does it. But hey, I hope everybody that does come in. Oh, hey Danny, thanks for coming. glad that the live chat's working. Glad that the live chat's working this time, because hey, thanks, Danny. I'm glad the live chat's working, because Danny, I just want to tell you right now, I do not know what happened this past Saturday with the live chat. I don't know what happened. I don't disable the live chat before I go live. So when it does get disabled, I'm like, what the hell? I didn't do it. Every time I go live on Saturdays, my hands are basically free. They're not touching the phone at all. Like, I mean, there's a thing on here where it says like top chat, where some messages such as potential spam may not be visible, a live chat where all messages are visible, or none where it can hide all messages. But unless you personally decide to disable the live chat before you go live, okay, yeah. But let's see. Oh, I can't remember what match was on after Corbin and Braun Breaker. That was a good match. It was a good match though, but I can't remember which match was after that. I mean, I watched the show. I watched the show on Monday. I watched the show Monday on Peacock. Actually, I watched it on Peacock, but I didn't watch it on my phone. I watched it on my TV. I'm sub- I'm subscribed to Peacock, and we have a smart TV, so we have all the apps you can ever think of to watch TV and stuff on. We even got some of those that some of those like British ones, like BritBox, on here on this TV. I mean, most of the ones we use on here, mainly Tubi, YouTube, and then like Peacock, because those are the main ones that I use. I use Tubi basically all the time because it's free. It's free. And there are a bunch of shows on there that I like. And they also have a bunch of old shows on there, like 50s, 60s, 70s shows on there. But yeah, the NXT Tag Team titles, Fatal 4-Way match. The match was okay. It was very good. It was definitely was something different from the normal sort of Fatal 4-Way matches where some of it just seems like comedy. But it wasn't comedy with this match. It wasn't really that much. Fix my watch a little bit. But hey, it wasn't like it was anything. Definitely, it was a good match. I mean, I'm actually a fan of Tony D'Angelo and Stax. I think they're a good team. Creed Brothers, I'm also a fan of. I think once they get to the main roster, they should be good. Whether or not they come to the main roster with Ivy Nile, I don't know, but I think she could be a great addition to the women's division up on the main roster. If they want to try and, try to sort of put some time and effort into her. But hey, it was a great sort of fatal 4-way match. Wasn't really anything like special, but it was okay. It was good. You know what? I'm gonna do something. I mean, I was gonna get on YouTube. I was gonna get on YouTube anyways on the TV and maybe watch some videos on my TV, but I wanted to look at something. Yeah, I mean, we got, one point, we got one little. Oh, Wrestle. Okay, WrestleBiz. I have no idea who you are. If you're, I mean, if you're new to my channel, thanks for coming. I definitely appreciate it. If you are new to my channel, then wow, thanks. I appreciate the. If you want to put a like, if you want to put a like on the channel, feel free to do so. I've said this a million times. I don't tell people that they have to, but hey, if you want to put a like on it, if you want to put a like, and if you want to subscribe, feel free to do so. If you're new to my channel, which some of you guys may be. Okay, I'm just. Oh wait, yeah, I forgot. Oh, okay, well, okay, like guess. Thanks anyways. Thanks anyways. I appreciate it. I mean, okay, I just now realized, I just remembered what match was on second. It was Trick Williams versus Dominic Mysterio for the NXT North American Championship. I'm sort of on the fence because it's not that I'm not a fan of Trick Williams, but I'm more of a fan of Dominic Mysterio. Trick Williams won, which I thought was a good moment for Trick, but apparently from what I saw on last night, and apparently last night they had Trick Williams win the title back. Like, I don't know what to say about that. But hey, it was a nice little moment for Trick, but I don't know whether I like it or not. You got. Well, what can I say? It was basically Trick Williams. At one point, Dominic Mysterio accidentally super kicks the referee, Dragon Lee. So, ugh, that's not bad. That's not good. Then we see. Then Dominic Mysterio decides to super kick the other referee that decides that they have to replace Dragon Lee. Ultimately, Trick Williams won.
Hello.
Hello.
$22 and then some change.
Wow.
I totally understand. You're fine. No, you don't need to explain anymore. Okay, thank you.
Okay. Well, we got a, and then like I said, the NXT Tag Team Titles Fatal 4-Way. It was a good match. If I had to rate Trick Williams versus Don Mysterio, maybe a 3 out of 10, 3 out of 5, because it was good, but it wasn't like it was anything special. NXT Tag Team Titles Fatal 4-Way, maybe a 3.5 out of 10, maybe a 4 out of 10, if I had to be specific. Then we got what I thought was the worst match of the night. I just don't know if I'm a fan of the NXT Heritage Cup rules or the Heritage Cup rules. Basically, what it is, it's like a boxing match. It's basically a boxing match and a 2 out of 3 falls match combined together I'm sure a lot of people know in boxing there are several rounds, and then after each round there's at least a 20-second break for pouring water on yourself, doing whatever you have to do to get yourself ready for the next round. That's what it is. That's basically what it is. It's a combination of a boxing match and a wrestling match, because you've got the rounds and the breaks in between each round, which is obviously what boxing is, and then you've got the 2 out of 3 falls basically stipulation going on, and I just don't know if I like it. Butch lost, which I thought was the right decision, because I just didn't know why they would have Butch. If they had Butch come down to NXT to win the title, I mean, it's good for him. I'm a huge fan of his, but I just don't think he needs it. I just don't think WWE needs to be bringing main roster talent down to NXT to win NXT titles. I mean, to pop ratings, I understand why they're doing it, and I don't mind it, but having them win titles in NXT, I just don't know if I like that aspect of it. But yeah, it was probably the worst match of the night, not because of the two wrestlers that were wrestling. They both are good. If I had to rate the match out of 5, maybe a 2.5. Maybe a 2.5, because it was the worst match of the night for me. Well, and then let's see. Uh, then we got the NXT Championship match between Ilya Dragunov, and Carmelo Hayes. That match was much better than their match at Great American Bash. It was so good. I cannot believe it was that good. Like, if it's not even a candidate for match of the year, it doesn't even have to win match of the year. Okay, it may not be match of the year, but at least have it be a candidate for match of the year, like they did last year with the whole where they literally had a whole bunch of matches that you could vote on for match of the year, and then eventually it boiled down to two matches that you could vote on, and from match of the year, have it at least be a candidate for match of the year because that's what it should be, because it was that good. One of the best championship matches all year, in my honest opinion. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns was just as good, even though Roman Reigns won. But hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. Um, it was. I mean, what can I say about this match? It was that good. It was that good. If I had to rate that match, if I had to rate their match from NXT Great American Bash, I would have given it a 4 out of 10, maybe even just a 3.8 out of 5. This match, I would give it a 4 and a half, maybe a 4.7 out of 5, because it was that good. Because it wasn't like it wasn't like it was perfect, but it was that good. We got basically it took three. Basically, it took Ilya Dragunov doing his big H bomb, I guess, forearm, I guess, 3 times just to beat Carmelo Hayes, and it was great. After the second time, when Carmelo Hayes kicked out, I was like, oh whoa, this is supposed to be like one of his signature moves, or at least one of his finishing moves, because I know he also does Torpedo Moscow as one of his finishers, and then he has that Constantine special, which I guess is a signature of his. Not his finisher, but it's a signature, and I'm sure he's finished matches with that move. But it's not like he finishes his matches with that move on a consistent basis. But that second time when he hit that H bomb, I was like, whoa, and Carmelo kicked out. I was like, whoa, okay, so is this match gonna last forever? And at one point, the commentators I think did say that, like these two may be destined to fight forever, or I don't know. But it was, like I said, it was a great match. It was a great match. And then we got the main event. Then we got the main event, which was another great match. Tiffany Stratton versus Becky Lynch for the NXT Women's Championship. That match was also very good. One of the best women's matches of the year. I mean, if you think about it, 2 of the 3 best women's matches of 2023 involved Becky Lynch. Her steel cage match with Trish Stratus at Payback, which I thought was a great women's match. Great steel cage match too. One of the best women's steel cage matches of all year. And then Rhea Ripley versus Charlotte Flair at WrestleMania 39, which I mean, you can honestly make the case that they were trying to prove that they should be the main event of WrestleMania, even though they weren't. Which I don't know if Charlotte Flair and Rhea Ripley went out there and did and overperformed like they did just to prove that they should have been the main event of WrestleMania. I mean, it was a great match, but if that's the reason that you're gonna give us a great match, then you really shouldn't have been in the main event. Because you should be in the main event not just because the match is gonna over deliver, but because there's a big story surrounding the match. And there wasn't much of a story surrounding that match. It was more of a story with the tag team titles. And that's why we got them in the main event. And it was a great main event. But yeah, it was a great women's match, one of the 3 best women's matches of all year. And also Becky Lynch got injured in the match, from what I heard, from what I now know, because I watched WWE's one of the videos from Raw last night on YouTube, and apparently it showed her Becky Lynch's arm in a sling. So I'm guessing she got injured. I'm guessing she got injured from No Mercy. But Damn, it was a great match. It was a great match. I don't really know what else I could say about it. Except that it was just a great match. We got Tiffany Stratton at one point doing a swanton on to Becky Lynch while on a table. I mean, at one point we even got Barbie dolls. We even got Trish Becky Lynch eventually brought in like a black bag, which I think from what we all know, it usually has like thumbtack. It's usually thumbtacks or something else that I can't remember. But the majority of the time, when someone brings in a black bag, it's usually thumbtacks. But that night, it was actually Barbie dolls, which I thought was actually kind of interesting and kind of genius because I know there were some people that will say Tiffany Stratton looks like what Barbie would look like if she was a wrestler, if she had decided to be a wrestler. And I see it. She's basically WWE's resident Barbie doll, WWE's version of a Barbie doll. And I get it. It was genius move on Becky Lynch's part. And I'm sure those Barbie dolls hurt. Landing on those Barbie dolls, it must have hurt. But yeah, Becky Lynch retains. I don't know why. Apparently they're doing a match, and also apparently because of her injury, the match she was supposed to have on Monday night against Tegan Knox was rescheduled for next week. And then, as part of Halloween Havoc's 2 week event, they're gonna have a match, an NXT Women's Championship match between Lyra Valkyrie, and Becky Lynch, which actually should be a pretty decent match because I saw her match with Tiffany Stratton at Battleground to determine the new NXT Women's Champion, and that was a pretty decent match between the two of them. And she's pretty good, Lyra Valkyrie. So, and Tegan Knox is good too. So there's no way that her and Becky Lynch isn't going to be a good match. Oh, thank you, WrestleBiz. Thank you, WrestleBiz, for still being here. I know that there are some people that come in and then after a while they say, hey, I liked, but I gotta go. So I appreciate you staying here, and thank you for coming. I don't know you, but thanks.
What?
Well, thanks. I appreciate it. I don't have many people that say that about me, but it's okay.
Bruce Springsteen.
But it's okay. Yeah. But yeah, it was a great match. The last two matches from, if I had to rate that match as well, it would be a 4.5 out of 10, 4.5 out of 5. And if I had to rate like the pay per view like as a whole, okay, yeah, I'd like that. Like maybe become friends on YouTube. But yeah, Oh, WrestleBiz. Obviously, you don't know me, but I go live every Saturday for a wrestling week in review live stream where I review all the wrestling for that week, except Impact. I don't do Impact. Nobody watches Impact anymore. Only a few do, and I mean it's okay for them, but I don't really watch Impact a lot. Although I did sort of watch, or I was sort of interested in the Impact 1000 episode. Although I was sort of interested in the Impact 1000 because they had that knockouts tag team match that featured Awesome Kong, Gail Kim, Mickey James, and even a bunch of. But it was great. It was, but like I said, it was a great NXT pay per view. If I had to rate the pay per view itself, I would rate it at least maybe like a 7.5 out of 10. But that's it. I'm gonna be eating lunch soon, so I'm gonna have to end this stream right now. Thank you guys for coming, and until next time, I will see you guys later. Bye. Peace.